Housewives of Atlanta After Show. As always, we are live here on theStream.tv, so hit that hashtag RHOAAS and let us know what you're thinking about if chocolate does the body good. Maybe not according to Kandi. Okay. Right to my left, we have Nadia Beddini.
Hello, benvenuti.
Ooh, into my far right. Break it down.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Megan Thomas.
And immediate to my right,
Shawn Richardz. Hola, hola, hola.
Hey. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 as Portia was saying. Okay, genius moment. Todd and Kandi, let's start with them. Ladies, do you think Todd can keep up with Kandi's sex drive, number one? Okay,
You know what? I think Todd is so in work focus mode right now, and he's forgetting the romanticism of being married. I think he's focused on making money.
Does that usually happen?
It does happen. Mm-hmm. It does happen, and I also think that probably with all that Mama Joy stuff in the back of his head, he's just thinking about money. You see, the first thing he asked her was, you know, about like, well, are we all right financially? That's not the first thing you should be talking about. You should be talking about, is my wife satisfied?
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's more Kandi not making Todd feel like a man. She does forget that she takes away his masculinity so much. I can see he already got a short man complex. Like, you can't he does, we know that, but it's worse when you add the fact that your wife is over here like taking your testosterone away from you by, you know, not giving you the man stuff that you're supposed to do. Let him beat on his chest, you know?
Yeah, I think Todd is acting like a little depressed victim, and he's trying to make Kandi feel like she owe him something, like she has to take care of his happiness, because he's talking about financial, and Kandi's like, yeah, I am satisfied. So you see there is a gap, like they're not in the same place.
Yeah.
She's over here, he's still trying to get there. So he's playing the victim because he wants something from her. He wants her to keep financing his project. That's what he wants. I think
it just breaks it down.
I mean, he's playing with her mind.
You think that's it?
Well, do you guys think, would you wear a bonnet? If you were newlywed?
No.
Okay, well, I would say no.
I mean, marriage is like that. It starts becoming, so Kandi has to stop having this, you know, the standard up here, because you're not gonna have sex 3 times a day after you have.
They're doing once a week, though. Do you think more than once a week is
I think when
realistic?
they're traveling and stuff like that,
It's
okay.
hard when you're on a traveling schedule, but I do have to say, you got to keep it sexy. Men are visually stimulated, and that bonnet is not cute.
Okay, but in the bonnet's defense, not that I'm a big bonnet wearer, but you have, listen what I'm saying, because there's some days, you know, as women, especially black women, we can't put that much heat on our hair every day.
Right.
But
Well,
Kandi can afford some really nice, expensive wigs that she can snatch off and let her hair go free at night. So some days I say, okay, if you're gonna wear the bonnet, do the bonnet once a week or something. So
maybe hair free at night is not that pretty.
But I'm saying your husband doesn't want you to have your hair wrapped up every night. Now you have issues with your marriage because he's looking at you like,
it's ridiculous. The bonnet is just like saying, oh, the makeup is like, we can't go to sleep.
No,
with
we're not sleeping with makeup on. No.
I mean, who
No, it's
cares?
true.
I think
y'all ain't never wrapped your hair.
I don't. Well, clearly
no
not.
bonnet.
Y'all ain't never wrapped your hair. Y'all watching this right now is going, y'all are not being realistic.
I'm being realistic. I obviously don't wrap my hair. I've been natural for 12 years now.
But
buzzed my hair off bald and came up with this.
I'm saying women that have to,
I did not wake up like this, so you know,
The bonnet is a real big issue here. Hit that hashtag
bonnet, okay?
RHOAAS and let us know what you're thinking, especially all the sisters out there. All right, let's move on quickly to Peter. Now, Peter had a lot of nerve talking about, oh, what Cynthia's gonna have dinner with her girls, and that's a bunch of girl talk. But yet and still, he was talking with Apollo and Todd about the whole texting thing.
And
do you think he has the right to do that?
About that, he go back and tell Cynthia,
the whole team,
which he knows she's not Team Phaedra, so you know she's gonna stir up some drama. And Cynthia is just so messy. Like they said on YouTube, we have some comments saying she cannot throw shades. Like her shade is just like too clear. It's too
clear shade. Nice shade, clear shade.
Transparent
But do you think the producers, they are prompting Peter to do this?
Of course they are.
I don't know if Apollo is really that close to Todd and Peter in reality.
And by the way, I really don't believe that was Phaedra's text messages, because like, Portia said Apollo is sneaky, and he could, anybody could fake it.
We're going to get all into that.
Social security numbers.
We're going to get a second. Let's talk a little bit more about Phaedra and Cynthia. Not Phaedra and Kandi.
Phaedra and Kandi.
Yeah, was Phaedra throwing shade to Kandi when she said, you know, well, NeNe has been here for me all this time because Kandi hasn't been around.
Yes.
Do you think that was shade?
Right,
I
towards
thought first
Kandi?
it was shade.
Let's be real. These women aren't real friends. Like, okay,
Let's
none
keep
of
it
these
100.
women, you've been on the
Let's keep it
show for how many seasons, but you're not real friends. So don't sit here and act like just because this girl's calling you every day that she really wants to be your friend.
No, she wants to be on camera.
Right. Because something's going to flip and y'all are no longer going to be friends. Because there was a time when Phaedra and NeNe didn't get along.
God, they
Right.
didn't
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's always going to
Yeah,
be
I
that
think
dynamic.
friendship is a really thin matter. You know, you become friend with somebody, you could be very cool with somebody the first night you meet them,
Right.
and then something happens.
Something
and you
happens
start
and changes it.
being
Yeah.
bitter.
Yeah.
So I think in that
friendships
particular
change.
moment, and I think Kandi is just not going hard for anybody. She's just going hard for her man.
That's
and
it.
She said when
yeah.
her money is messed with, she's going to...
That's it.
And she also said that she is going through her own drama. When you're friends,
Right.
you know, you can't help somebody clean up their own dirt if you still trying to deal with your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I think Phaedra and Kandi really had a genuine relationship. You don't
Well, they
think
did
so?
four episodes ago. If you think about it, it was like 4 episodes
Well,
ago.
I guess
they was
the hard
going
times
hard.
really test your relationship.
They test your relationship, but if you're going through stuff with your relationship or your own marriage, you're newly
Yeah.
married. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
everybody. I give you a hug, but that's it.
I
no,
think
it's about-
mostly what messed it up was the fact that Apollo have a relationship with Todd and Peter.
Peter, yep.
So, you know, Todd is talking stuff into Kandi like, oh, Phaedra is talking about leaving Apollo. That's so
Yeah.
bad. Would you do that? So
Yeah,
that put
yeah.
the bad seed in
But she
Candy's
should have
mind.
said something. I think if Kandi knew that and if Todd told her, which he probably did, she should have, when she went over there to talk to Phaedra, she should have said, Phaedra, I just want to know if this is true.
why
This
would
is what
she
he
do
said
that?
to me. Let me just let you know what your husband is saying about you, because that's what a real friend does.
Yeah.
Not a camera.
Like,
Yeah,
like you
but
said,
she's trying to
Megan,
protect
they're
her
all just, this is
husband.
all just staged. What about Phaedra keep mentioning embalming Apollo? I mean,
Oh,
It was
my-
funny the first time. The second time, I was like, wait.
No, but it was funny at first.
do you think
Right.
she should feel relieved now that he's out of the house
Oh,
at this
absolutely.
point?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Phaedra's being really cruel. She said something about slagger or somebody. She's being like really crazy in her comments.
She does seem
But
like
I
she's
think
had, yeah.
Apollo
Yeah.
could be a serial killer. Who knows? Anybody could.
Listen,
She looks like she
I
has a
know.
weight lifted off of her. Especially
Yeah.
she done got the house blessed, the spirit free. So
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that.
I like
do you
that.
think that was too much, or was it?
I wouldn't have done it
was
on camera. I'm just keeping it
Right,
100. I wouldn't have done it on camera.
But I would
Sorry.
have done it, but not on
You
camera.
who knows
would've
if
done
I
it not
do
on
it.
camera. What about you?
I mean, I think everybody got their little things. I
We do.
don't like that stuff.
What about Apollo's Asunder video? Asunder video?
I thought that was so Blair Witch Project. The way it was made like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. It's like, you know, he wanna be, I don't know, he wants to have his own reality show in jail or something.
You know what? We need to take this show on the road because I'm from Kentucky and he is in the federal penitentiary in Lexington, Kentucky. Y'all, we can drive by there because you know he ain't get no visitors.
Nobody's visiting
We can go visit him.
Okay, let's talk to our producers about that.
Yes. Sorry.
Visiting Apollo. Now, speaking of all these people trying to get a reality show, what's up with Phaedra's assistant?
That's girl. This is last time I saw her. I was like, hold on, Todd's daughter Kayla works for Phaedra now. She looks like Kayla.
She's trying to get a show. She's trying to get a show as well.
Right.
And what about Phaedra's chandelier piece?
I like personally Phaedra's new house. I think it's a little more modern.
I'm talking
No,
about
the
her
next chandelier.
In
She's
her
talking about the next
confessional.
Yes,
Yeah, she is really
Where's
gaudy.
Rico Chappelle?
Rico Chappelle, we need you.
Yes.
We
Yes.
need you,
Come
Rico
on the
Chappelle.
show.
for
We need
real.
Rico Chappelle. Where are you when we need you? Okay.
Exactly.
Let's move on to the whole gang is here at dinner. Okay, this is the topic of the evening. First of all, do you think Cynthia should have brought this up to Kenya as far as the whore, what did she call her?
She brought it to Phaedra, you mean?
Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Telling.
Do you think she should have even brought
she
that up
baited
to...
it. She baited it. I felt she baited
Well,
her.
I mean, do you think she should have even brought it up in the beginning to Kenya?
Absolutely not. She should have never told anybody. That's what being messy and gossipy is.
Yeah.
To go, ooh, this is the tea I heard. That's gossip, okay?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gossip and that's shade.
Yeah, very
and she
much
should have
so.
never, you don't tell somebody, even if you don't like somebody, you don't sit there and tell their sworn enemy this piece of information because this is a sensitive topic. And I get why Kenya would be upset because she was, you know, vilified for 2 years for being called a whore by a person who allegedly is doing the same whore she accused you of.
Yeah.
So
What
I
did
get what
our
she
allegedly.
Pink Lady Ebony say about...
Pink Lady Ebony.
Shout out to Pink Lady Ebony on
Kenya, and she gets the best Oscar award.
Yes,
Do you
Oscar
think?
2016.
Okay, I think Kenya's really hurt though. Do you think that was appropriate in that moment for her to vent like that though?
I think it's ridiculous. Because, first of all, NeNe said it right. Like, Cynthia looks absolutely stupid doing that. She was just talking to herself. Like, oh, yeah, so I heard this, and it was like a monologue. She could not...
She prepped herself to do it.
She could not end it. Nobody was answering her. She looked real weird doing that. Mm-hmm. And
I would say Cynthia doesn't know how, like, again, Cynthia, you don't know how to be a pit bull, don't do it. That's not your strong point.
That's so true.
Don't say it. You don't know, if you're going to be messy, well, then you better know how to be messy. You better take a page out of NeNe and Kenya's book and be messy.
And the thing about Phaedra, it's like, it's the thing about Kenya, it was not Phaedra's fault. It was Apollo that lied. And you, as a wife, gonna believe your husband. So I don't think
But
Phaedra
then she
had
still,
any
but she
part.
doesn't believe Apollo still. That's the thing that Kenya is so torn up emotionally about.
Well, quickly, let me know, what do you think about Portia's brilliant moments, her brilliant statement that she had said?
That was funny.
She said about Apollo probably fabricated these text messages. We were all like, oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Phaedra would say, I'm off the plantation. Like,
I do, honey. She's from the South, so
that begs the difference. Do you think these text messages, do you think there really is a Mr. Chocolate in these text messages are real?
I believe there is.
You do. What do you think, Shawn?
No.
I'm so 60-40 on that. Because like 2 weeks ago, I totally believed there was a Mr. Chocolate. Right now, unfortunately, Portia kind of put a light bulb in my head.
The same way Phaedra didn't hit Kenya because she's smart, she would not just text somebody and cheat on her husband that's about to go to jail for 8 years.
But Megan brought up a good point as well about if she getting upset. Nobody would get upset.
Right, because think about it. If somebody is saying
mad.
something about you that is not true, you even as put together as Phaedra is, okay, she's not doing nothing when Apollo is in her face with a drill.
Right.
Why would she do something with somebody across the table, not even directly, across the table to the left, say something to you that is not true? You're not going to get up.
And we also want to say, just quickly, Claudia Jordan, #1 fan, said, do you think Phaedra would have hit Kenya or was she just trying to show off? I think she would have hit her. All right, let's quickly move on. We got to take a quick little break. But when we come back, we've got a live relationship author and blogger, Shonda Brown White. So you don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Too much silence. Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like Hurricane Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them, go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Really quickly, we want to thank our YouTubers who are all active right now. We can't thank everybody. We've got over like 100 people right now being active, and we appreciate you. And quickly, we want to let our other YouTubers know: the Browser 222, Kandi S, Change to Be 1, Nina Stella, and also Night D12, Sherwood 991. We also have Trill X Slim and Zoe 5962 and Ego Glam 237 and Nedge Innocent. Thank you so much, guys, for being so active all throughout the day. Since you're already on theStream.tv. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can interact with us, and we do respond. We love your interactions. Now, we're going to go into our first fan question, which we have live all the way via Skype from the ATL, a real relationship expert. She's a relationship author and blogger, Miss Shonda Brown White. Hey, Shonda!
Girl.
How you doing?
Hi, ladies.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. We're so excited to have you. We're so excited to have you because you have so much insight on relationships and specifically ATL relationships. And this show is all about relationships. Right. So please go forward with your question, doll.
Listen, Linda. Oh my goodness, it's just too much tea on the Atlanta Housewives. But my question is, I've been married for probably about 6 years now, and what do you guys think about, I know for my first year of marriage, we had like some ups and downs, but with Kandi and Todd, do you all feel like maybe they talked a little bit too much about their stuff and like their business and their sex life and all that stuff?
Right.
Great question, ladies.
Well, what to say? I'm a failure because I'm divorced.
No failure. That's not a failure.
I think, when you get married, everything changes. So it's hard. It's hard to keep that chemistry. It can be all about the look and all about the sex or all about business. It has to be
a good
something
combo.
deeper.
Yeah, I think they're doing too much by exposing their relationship to everybody. Because if you think about it, marriage is hard enough.
Yes.
And most reality marriages end up in divorce.
Very
and that's
true.
The reason
Well,
why.
and I think that once you open that door, you don't want to allow anybody to try to sneak in because you know those thirsty chicks are waiting.
Thirsty. Thirsty. That's
And
what
Todd's
I'm saying.
stock has gone up,
So,
you know.
Yes.
They need to flirt with the waitress.
Sean, what do you think?
I completely agree. I would not be revealing anything, especially in the first couple of years on camera. It's too much of a working ghost type of process. I don't agree with that at all. No, I think that this is not a good thing for them. It's not a good look. And I do not need Kandi announcing that she only had sex once a week.
Thank you. TMI. I totally agree. I think I cringe when Kandi was talking about their sex life. I mean, you know, she's getting paid to do it, but she signed up for this, but it's inevitable
There's a
what's going to
certain
happen.
way.
And then
So,
Todd
thank you
talking
so
about
much.
she's no Rihanna, like that thing. The thing is, it stays on camera. You're gonna watch it and watch it and watch it, and they're gonna screenshot it and comment on it and Instagram it, and it's gonna make you feel worse and worse. So yeah, it's bad.
That's what I call hitting below the belt.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
He should have said you look like Rihanna, but with the bonnet on.
Hey,
Rihanna
don't look like Rihanna when she wakes up.
Shonda, tell us really quickly what's your opinion on the bonnet situation.
Oh, yes.
Listen, Linda, okay, as long as your husband's getting it in and keeping it spicy, you're about that bonnet, that scarf, that roller, okay? As long as you're giving him what you need, yeah, sometimes you need to take it off, but if you got on a bonnet or scarf, as long as he's getting it in, it doesn't matter. But she doesn't need it. I mean, it's the first year. She needs to it shouldn't be on every single night.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. And I think Megan mentioned that your church is like down the street from Apollo's prison. So we may be seeing you soon. Thank you so much, Shonda.
Pray for him.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to quickly move on. You're welcome. Move on to our second question, which is from Jocelyn Polite. Hey, Jocelyn. It's Jocelyn at Jocelyn Polite, who is also the host of Scandal on theStream.tv. She says, what was Apollo about to do with that drill? Hashtag Hook, hashtag Scandal, hashtag RHOA, and hashtag RHOAAS. That's a good question. I think he was just in the moment and he grabbed it. I think he was trying to change the locks.
The locks is already changed.
He was trying to fix his screws loose.
What? Loose screws?
His loose screws.
I love it.
That I don't like. There's nothing about that. You don't come at me with a drill. I don't care.
No,
I mean, no.
That wasn't likable.
He snapped. He
It's
snapped
like-
temporarily. That's what I believe he did.
You think so too, Megan?
Yeah, scary.
All right, let's move on to our next final question. It's from Fiona at Blue Living Life. Okay. Hey, my question for hashtag RHOAAS is, why do shows with a minimum at NeNe leaks feel like fillers? Have a great show. You know, Fiona had mentioned this before. Whenever NeNe's not on there, fans start saying this is a filler, this is a filler. Right. Would this be a show without NeNe? Hit the hashtag RHOAAS and let us know. What do you ladies think?
NeNe's busy for Broadway. She can't be
But
on
if she wasn't on there, do you think the ratings would be do you think they would have a leader? I use that loosely.
To me, it's about the drama. So if you can get other people to do the amount of drama that NeNe has done in the past, then absolutely this show will still continue to be great. And as we can see, with Phaedra trying to pop people with her pocketbook.
They got a lot of drama.
Yes.
I think they got a lot of drama. NeNe's really very strong because she knows how to take the criticism and the bad talk, the low blows, because she's been on the show a long time.
Right.
She doesn't care.
Absolutely. We got to move on to our Twitter shout-outs really quickly. We have K. Lou at K La La Lola, Turn the F Up Apparel at Turn the F Up, Bravo Addiction at Viviani Cafe, and Jason Carter, TV host at JC Forever. He's the host of Empire After Show here on theStream.tv. And Steve W at the _Warwick Hunt, and Bam Bad Jan at Ivis Star. I love these Twitter names. 3 more: Candy Washington at Candy Washington, Jonathan G. Charles at J Charles _83, and Hint _Water at Hint Water. We love you, Hint Water. Yeah. All right, now make sure you hit that subscribe button at theStream.tv. Hit that hashtag RHOAAS and tweet us throughout the week. Any of your hosts. I'm one of your hosts, Channon at Channon Dade. I forgot to tell y'all that. All right, we'll see you soon, Peaches. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you for watching.
For more of the Real Housewives of Atlanta after show, just hit the subscribe button at theStream.tv.